Nintendo GameCube has a massive library of games, and while you're already probably aware of Super Smash Bros., Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, Twilight Princess, and many more great Nintendo games on the system, there are loads of games that may have flown under your radar. I'm your host as always, KMX Time, and today I want to take a look at some hidden gems on the Nintendo GameCube. Starting on our list is Alien Hominid. Developed by Behemoth and released in 2004, the game is a side-scrolling shooter similar to games like Metal Slug. The fast-paced Bulletstorm gameplay is extremely addicting, and the art style is awesome as well. The game features a two-player co-op option so you and a buddy can join in on the non-stop action. The game was later re-released on Xbox Live Arcade, so if it seems like something you'd like to try, I'd recommend trying it there first. Our next game is Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Developed by Sega and released in 2003, this game has loads of character. The style of gameplay revolves around rolling a large egg. The player controls Billy, who cannot do much by himself aside from moving and jumping. However, he becomes a powerhouse once he finds an egg. Despite great reviews, the game had poor sales and not many people got a chance to play it, which is a shame because it is definitely one of the better games on the system. Super Mario Strikers kinda gets overshadowed by the more popular Mario games on the GameCube, but it has been one of the best on the system in my opinion. The fast-paced arcade-style gameplay makes this game never-ending fun. But it's best when you play with two players against your friends. It's one of those games you sit on the couch and have that experience that Nintendo is known for delivering. If you overlook this game because you don't like soccer or because you are too busy playing Double Dash, you definitely need to go back and give this one a try. .007 NightFire is a criminally underrated first-person shooter on the GameCube. Though it is one of the many James Bond games on the system, I feel that this is the one that stands out the most. Its solid plot line is crammed full of awesome super spy moments. It also has a full arsenal of kick-ass spy gadgets and sexy cars, not to mention the classic Bond girls. And on top of that, it has a very addicting 4-player split-screen multiplayer that is very reminiscent of the classic GoldenEye on the N64. There's nothing to not love about this game. Next we have PNO3, which is a third-person shooter developed by Capcom and released exclusively on the GameCube in 2003. The game features the sexy character Vanessa Z. Schneider, a mercenary sent to destroy an army of berserk robots. The gameplay is different from the traditional shooter in that Vanessa's movements make killing a blast, and the action really picks up towards the end of the game. Again, this game was not that commercially successful and didn't sell well, and for the most part is forgotten about by many, but it's definitely worth finding a copy and giving this game a playthrough today. Next we have an action-adventure game developed by Capcom. Killer 7 was released in 2005 and is without a doubt one of the most unique games on the GameCube. The player controls the on-screen character, a member of the Killer 7 group, from a third-person view. The game is on rails, but the player can make choices that affect the path of the game. It is also known for its different art style and its fun first-person shooter gameplay. This is one of those games you just have to try to fully understand, but it'll be loads of fun along the way. Beyond Good and Evil is an action-adventure game with elements of puzzle-solving and stealth-based games. The player controls the protagonist Jade from a third-person perspective. The game was developed by Ubisoft and released in 2003, and this game is one of my personal favorite GameCube games. It is full of challenging puzzles and has loads of content that will give you hours upon hours of awesome fun. The game was re-released on PSN and Xbox Live Arcades in 2011, and I'd recommend trying out the demo of it there to see if it's something that you'd like to pick up and add to your GameCube collection. One of the most underrated platform adventure games of all time has to be Chibi-Robo Plug-in Adventure. The game was originally going to be a point-and-click adventure game, and development was put on hold until the legendary developer Shigeru Miyamoto resurrected it and made it into one of the most unique and fun games on the GameCube. The game is highly sought after today and can be pretty pricey, so I recommend trying out some of the newer DS and 3DS Chibi-Robo games before dropping a load of cash to play this gem. Skies of Arcadia originally released on the Sega Dreamcast, but after the cancellation of the system, the game was ported over to the Nintendo GameCube and is one of the best RPG experiences on the system. The game's story focuses around Vise, a young air pirate in a fantasy world, and his friends as they attempt to stop the Boolean Empire from reviving ancient weapons with the potential to destroy the world. Again, the game is very expensive because it is so good and the demand is very high for it, but if you ever do get a chance to pick it up, definitely do so as it won't disappoint you. And finally, we have Ikaruga, a game that sadly went over most people's heads back in 2001 when it was released. This vertical shooter developed by Treasure is hands down one of the best games on the GameCube, period. It is so addicting and it's so innovative. The gameplay consists primarily of a polarity mechanic. All enemies and bullets in the game are either black or white, and the player must switch between these polarities at will. Bullets which are the same color as the player are absorbed, while the other color kill the player. This mechanic set the game apart from all other bullet hell shooters of the day, and with this two-player mode, Ikaruga is endless fun to play with friends. Sadly, again, this game didn't sell well, and on top of that, demand for today's collectors has driven the price for this game sky high. Luckily, however, a port was released on the Xbox Live Arcade, so definitely check it out there first before picking up the very pricey GameCube edition. Alright, so there you guys have it, my top 10 underrated GameCube games. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more videos like this in your sub box weekly. Also, in the comments down below, let me know which game system should be next for this series. And be sure to check out some of my rarest game videos, links in the end slate and description. Also remember, there's always K-Max time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace out.